what I've learned by lifting, you know, in the gym consistently is a lot of discipline and attention to detail. When you have that with your body, you'll start to see that. You pay attention to detail in everything in life. And then you give a lot of things structure because you go about everything calculating. And bodybuilding and lifting weights is never ending, just like progression in life is never ending. You know, bodybuilding is an awesome thing to do, you know, whether you're looking to compete in the sport or just build your body up. But I understand sometimes it can be complicated. It can seem like it's a lot of work. You know, you come here and there's so much different information out there as to what you need to do to put on muscle size, how long it takes, the type of foods you need to eat, the type of supplements, all these different things, and it can be a bit overwhelming. So for me, I was that person that saw guys that were muscular, that were older when I was younger, and I was like, man, that's crazy. I would go to the stores, Kroger, Walmart with my mom while she shopped or whatever, and I see these guys with magazines, and I thought I could never look like that. I can never be that big. How is it impossible? Look at all those veins. Look at, you know, it seemed like it was unattainable. But when I was a teenager, I was intrigued by working out. And so, you know, I had boxing, you know, sports, basketball, those things that, you know, got me in a weight room. At that time, I obviously didn't know what I was doing when it came to putting on muscle. I just wanted to be in shape. So I was 17 years old and I was graduating high school. Then I really got into it because, you know, fitness started to really kind of boom. Then gyms were popping up all over the place. Nutrition, supplement stores, products were just, you know, everywhere, flying off the shelves and stuff like that. So I was lost in all the information. So I was a smaller guy. For those who don't believe, I was 17 years old. This was me right here. So now, you know, obviously I'm much bigger than 168, 170 pounds. I'm in the mid 200s and that's competition shape. I'm a little bit higher than that, slightly over, you know, 250, closer to 260 in off season. So let me put this in perspective because a lot of people might say, oh man, that's 90 pounds, 80 pounds jump. Yeah, that's a pretty big difference, but span the amount of time I've been training, which is 16, 17 years, right? So let's just say on the small end, I put on 5 pounds a year, right? Doesn't seem like a big task. You know, you got 12 months in a year, 5 pounds. Take my source supplements, eat, train consistently, and I put on 5 pounds a year. So guess what? After 10 years, that's 50 pounds of muscle. That's gonna make me a pretty big human being, right? So for everyone that's wondering, hey, what's the big secret? And I can never get like that, I can never do it. Yes, you can. It's just done with consistency and discipline. So you have to eat, you have to train, and you have to do it consistently. Not for a summer or a spring and get that summer body you want. Then when the holidays come around and you're, you know, stuffing yourself at Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you're one of those New Year's people that run to the gym. Now, how about you start on January 1st, and you continue to January 1st. And I promise you, after a year of being consistent on your diet and training, that you're gonna see some benefits in your physical structure. You definitely feel the energy, man, that comes from the crowd. And the good thing about, you know, when you're confident in how you look and what you've done, like you said, it's a totally different perspective you're taking when you're getting up there on that stage because you're confident in the work you've done, and that's gonna make you confident in your performance. So you're up there and you're smiling and you're really enjoying yourself, and the crowd's gonna be looking like, you know, it's an art. Bodybuilding is an art. People are saying they're looking at this physique that you created, and it's like, that's amazing, you know? So when you're up there and you're confident and you got your music, whether you're free posing or your night routine or whatnot, that's like your time to show off what you've done over however long that you've been doing this. Not just the prep, but, you know, training overall. So a lot of times what I've seen when I'm there, you know, you get energy from the crowd, and you don't always hear it when you're up there, but when I've had people send me footage when it's over, I can hear people talking and clapping, and it's motivating. So that's the goal this time, is to actually be in tune with what I'm doing, be confident in my performance, and actually try to draw the crowd into this physique that I created. And you know, that's what you want to do, man. And you do that, and that's a whole nother level of satisfaction in its own. Since I know that my arms have some size, my biceps, now it's like, at least when I'm competing, like how round can I get it, or even that little split. So if I can get that little split to pop out, where it splits in the middle, that's the goal now, is to get like crazy separation between here and that long little split that runs right down the middle. So that's the deal, is to get more detail. I mean, they're big enough. I have a hard enough time finding shirts that fit, trust me. So this prep, the difference between this one and last year. So last year was my pro debut. Obviously, it was my first year. Also, you know, a lot of people don't realize that was my 4th year competing overall. So I'm really relatively new at the sport of bodybuilding. Now, physical fitness and lifting weights, I've been doing that. So competing is new. So last year, I was a bit on the edge. Obviously, I was excited, you know, more of an anxious, nervous feeling because it's a new stage, it's a new platform. These are guys that I was competing against that have done this for years. This isn't some local contest or even a national qualifier. These were guys that have been to the Olympia stage, and so there was a bit of anxiety going into it because it's like you're this, you know, you went from being the shark, now you're the fish in the pool. So going into that, I had confidence, and it was more of a, let's see how this plays out. Although I wanted to win, that's always my goal, is to be confident in taking first place. But you know, I was realistic that, hey, this is new territory for me. So now, this year, I've seen those guys. I've seen what they have. I've communicated with guys. I've been around other IFBB pros that have tons of experience. I've had time to, you know, pick up information off them, hear their experiences and stuff like that. And also, I was encouraged by them for the potential that I have. So that put a little bit of a different fire in me for this prep, because now I'm ultimately confident in the new work that I'm doing, because every prep's always gonna get better. You're gonna learn your body, you're gonna learn what works for you even better. You'll be better about listening to your coach and being more precise on every little single thing that you do, eating, lifting, resting, all of that. So for this show, like I said, it feels like a business trip because I know what I'm going to do. I am 100% confident. I'm not anxious. I'm familiar with the venue, the promoter, so I'm just ultimately excited to get out here in 3 weeks and go take care of business on what I've been training for since last year. It's been a year, you know, since I competed. And I told myself I was gonna come back a hell of a lot better. And that's exactly what I'm gonna be in 3 weeks.